Welcome to ClefNotes. This is Molly Ramirez from Lubbock Symphony. Today I have Mo from Mo's Productions with us. Welcome, Mo.
Hi, Molly.
We're going to be talking about Mo and her vendor markets and everything she does around town here in Lubbock. Adds to the Lubbock downtown arts scene for sure. But first, I want to tell y'all, keep an eye on our website, lubbocksymphony.org. We're going to be releasing information soon about our Jurassic Park tickets that are going on sale. They're currently only on sale to season ticket holders, but single tickets will be on sale soon. So we'd love to see you at that concert. It's going to be a film live with orchestra, so we hope to see you there. But welcome, Mo. We're happy to have you here today.
I'm so excited to be here, Molly.
Yes. So first, tell us a little bit about you. What's your background prior to getting into all of this fun?
So priorly, I have done a whole lot of different things that I think really brought something to Moe's. I did some of the trucking industry, funny enough, but orchestrated large moves and things like that, which kind of got me on the organized side. I've worked in coffee, I've worked in retail, a little bit of everything, but all kind of led me back to this path where I got to kind of become Mo, if you will.
That's awesome. And if y'all could see Mo right now, you'd see she's probably on her sixth glass of coffee. I came in and she had her, she told me she's got her refill. So she brings her own cup around, she was telling me. But yeah, Mo, so tell us a little bit about Mo's Productions. What inspired you to do that? What inspired you to get into the space?
So I lived in Seminole originally, and I had some things in my life. To be really honest with you, I lost my brother and my dad in the same year, and I was really blessed with a community there that took really good care of me. And so with that, I said, how do I make this community come together for good things and not just for bad? And so I started during COVID and did our first event that was outdoors to help some of the businesses stay afloat during COVID. We had our very first art walk in Seminole, Texas. And then after that, I met my husband. We ended up getting married and living in Midland. And I said, well, we need more community and things. And we made the choice to move to Lubbock. And I got here and said, well, where do I fit? And so I started looking for a place to fit. And that's kind of how I ended up being Mo's Production. I said, well, there's a place I think for more nightlife things, more down in the depot and downtown. And it just kind of started coming to me, and people and opportunities came to me. And I said, well, if it's all going to go like that, I'm just going to take it and run. So here we are.
That's fantastic. And how long have you been in Lubbock now?
I have been in Lubbock since December of 22.
So, and you said since the COVID-19 is when you kind of started.
Yes.
So you've been doing this how long now?
Oh, man, we're
Is that
looking at 5 years now.
5 years? That's amazing. And your markets and your reach has definitely expanded in that time. It's definitely evolved.
Yes.
So you've also taken on a couple of other projects, like helping with the Lubbock Downtown Farmers Market, and you have your farmers market on Tuesdays as well.
Yeah, we do Fresh Pick Tuesdays at Adolfo's every week from 4 to 7, which is really just a great place for my farmers to exist. I want to create a space for everybody, and sometimes that means a whole different event for them. So not everything is for everybody, and that's okay. That's kind of how community works, but you got to create spaces for everyone. So Fresh Pick Tuesday and the farmers markets are good for my makers and my growers. And then we do the nightlife stuff, for people like bar owners and all of my fun shopping kind of things. And so it's just creating those spaces that's been really fun to orchestrate.
And one of the cool things I think about your markets, because I've been to many of your different ones that you kind of have out there, but one of my favorite things is how you kind of curate the different vendors to the space and the type of event you're having. Like recently you did a collaboration with, was it Juicy Lucy, Idaloo?
Yeah, with Idaloo Harvest Company. Yeah, we did something with peaches because I don't know if people know how much peaches are actually coming out of Idaloo, Texas. Like they have acres of orchard. It's so cool to walk out there and kind of see everything. And I was like, well, we gotta tell people.
Yeah.
That's wild that people don't know this. They think that they're all coming from Fredericksburg and all that area, but we are a large producer here. And so I was like, well, let's do it out here. Let's do the thing. And so everybody who was there did something peach themed. So we had everything from peaches made out of leather to candles to soaps to foods and lemonades, and we did grilled peaches and peach ice cream. It was fun. I love a good theme.
That's awesome. And if y'all are wondering about Mo's connection to the symphony, why she's here today, it's because we do this thing called First Friday Art Trail with Mo. Mo is the um, producer essentially of the events that we host on First Friday. We kind of, I think, started doing this, was this back in November, December last year?
Yeah, November we did one because it was
Yeah.
nice weather.
So we've started teaming up together over at Lubbock Symphony. She'll do the vendor portion of things, and of course we'll do the music in our courtyard. And it's been such a fun collaboration. I went out to one of Mo's sunset markets in the Depot district, and I kind of asked her, "Hey Mo, would you be interested in using some of our space to do something really similar in I guess a more small format, because it is smaller than your markets in the Depot district and of course the Peach Festival." But yeah, ever since then she was on board from the start. I think we always laugh about how Mo was kind of, I had initially asked her, but she was the one that was kind of like, "Let's do this, come on." So
Yeah, it was
very motivated individual.
it was like the call I needed. I had actually just stepped away from my day job and said, "Well, I guess I'm going all in." And I said, "The universe is going to tell me what's going to fill this spot for me and this need." And that came up, and I said, "All right, that's my sign." And I was like, "Let's do it, Molly.
I love it.
Let's do it today."
So we try to do different themes at First Friday Art Trail. And our next one, of course, is on Friday, August 1st. That one we're hoping to do a popcorn theme, but we've done like cuties for a cutie, and there will always be some free item, which you'll notice is a theme that occurs throughout. Mo loves to give away food at her markets.
You know, community is built on food. It has for centuries, and I really believe that. You know, you'll see when they talk about all the things that they find looking through artifacts and stuff like that, like everything was themed around food. And I'm like, well, we've been like that since the beginning, so let's just keep that going.
And you'll see that as a theme with visitors. I think one of the biggest things, Mo, and she'll probably share more about this, is she'll tell you that she loves for her visitors to her markets to not just, go to the market, buy something, and leave. You love people to sit down. That's right.
Yeah, I think that sometimes being part of the community is participating in it and being a part of it. I think a lot of things are built to look like a viewer standpoint, but I'm like, well, there's room for you to be part of that and really relink the community part of that instead of just a shopper's point of view. So I'm like, sit down, sing along, interact with our musicians, and y'all have great music out at First Friday. We've loved having, they had the choir, and we've had really cool, like,
DJ Say Hey, Nia,
yes,
who y'all heard on the show before.
Shout out Nia. That's the coolest girl. Okay.
She's the coolest.
She's the coolest. But just having things that you can be a part of and sit and hang out and watch and people watch and, the kids draw with the chalk and just giving everybody a place to exist and not just walk through and leave,
Yeah, and I think too, you'll see a lot of the same vendors at Mo's markets, but she has like this massive list, so it's always continuously changing. But the one thing, when you see the vendors over and over, that you hear from them is just how much they enjoy participating in her markets, just because she also makes the vendors feel like family. They are her family. She's always kind of going to bat for them. But I wanted you to chat more about what you like, one of the benefits of being a Mo's vendors. I know you host events at your house for your vendors sometimes.
I have. I've done s'mores so that we can all hang out and just have s'mores in the backyard, and I brought snacks in. It's funny because vendors spend every weekend in the same places but don't know each other because you get wrapped up in your own world and you're in your tent, and that 10 by 10 space is really where you get to exist. And I want them to reach beyond that and go, you know what? I know my neighbors, and we allow setup to be next to your friends. So we don't assign the spot, but that's actually to benefit the vendor. I'm like, go find your friends. If you're going to set up for 5 or 6 hours, set up next to somebody you want to talk to. Set up next to the music if you're somebody who wants to dance to the music. I think creating a really good overall vibe for them to exist in is better for not only the market, but for them. They're spending their weekends working. It shouldn't always feel like a hard job. It should sometimes feel like something that you're looking forward to and get to enjoy. They deserve that. As people, they deserve things to look forward to. So I try to create those spaces so that they have that.
One of the big questions too, I think, is, next for Mo? What are some of your big projects that you're working on?
So we are in the process of getting our nonprofit up and going. I would love to have some kind of facility for vendors to go through so that they can start out as like a table, and they can move up to a smaller area, and then maybe a little storefront, and then if they outgrow that, a bigger storefront. And we eventually would like to move up to that. That's kind of the plan, so that we have better stepping stones for small business, for them to exist and to get there, because there's a lot of rental spaces in Lubbock, but we need smaller ones for them to work their way up, I think. So that's eventually my plan, is to give that place for growth and to give that place for people to exist and kind of play with ideas and see how they can grow creatively and in their world.
That's great. And you have a couple of events on the horizon too.
I do. Don't we always? So our next one is going to be July 26th from 8 to 1 out at Idaloo Harvest Company with Juicy Lucy again. So also, Lucy has many greenhouses full of tomatoes. And not one variety, not two varieties, but I'm going to go 15 varieties of tomatoes.
Wow.
Yes.
Like all the different colors.
All the different colors,
Oh.
all the different sizes, all the different heirlooms. Like, you're looking at things from chocolate sprinkles to Better Boys to Gold Makers to Beefies. Like, we've got 15 different varieties she's got going. And I'm like, I don't know the last place I saw 15 different varieties of tomato. Like, even at the grocery store I went, you get 6.
And one thing too, actually, that leads me to, at your markets, you'll always have some sort of card that you'll give out, which is essentially like an interactive map. How would you suggest that, like events like the Tomato Festival and the Peach Festival, that people make the most of their time? Where do they start?
So we always have our welcome desk, and you can go and you can get a map there. We'll have one at the Tomato Festival that kind of leads you and gives you a schedule of what's happening that morning. So we have everything from tomato trivia. There's a tomato tasting bar where you can try hopefully at least 7 or 8 of the varieties. We're going to have them there, and we've got seasonings. Like, Mrs. Spice did a seasoning specifically for tomatoes.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's fun.
For the fennel, and it's got all these like different things in it. Like, it's crazy what they come up with over there. She's so creative. But you'll be able to do like a tomato toppings bar. We've got a tomato toast section. We have a BLT bar. And it'll show you where a lot of things are and where you can walk through and find these things, what time the trivia starts, when the live music starts. So it has all those things on it. So just find our help desk. It's a green tent, and it's right there usually in the front. And you'll see me and Josh and anybody with a Mo shirt. It says Mo, and it has their name on the sleeve, so you can yell their name, just look for the sleeve, and you can be like, hey, help me over here. And they're like, absolutely. We all love
Those
that.
Mo shirts, I've told Mo this, but one of my favorite things recently is just being around town, not downtown, but just around town, and seeing everyone wearing her prairie dog shirt. If you see a shirt out there with a prairie dog that looks like it has like this fun sunset halo on it, it's Mo's shirt. And she has Peach Festival shirts too that like were really cool. They sold out instantly, so I really want to get one of those tomato shirts.
I know. We've got 2 different designs, and they're going to be really, really fun for Tomato Festival. We have those designed by Sterling, who he is so great, Sterling Cheney, and he is so fun, and he always like goes with my ideas, which I know are kind of out there sometimes, because I'm like, listen, I know this is kind of weird, but we need a I love you from my head to my toes shirt.
That's funny.
So we've got like 2 different varieties for people to choose from, and we kind of stocked up for this one. So we're excited about Tomato Festival, though.
Oh, that's awesome. And then after that, you do like holiday festivals as well.
Yes, we have Mo's Pumpkin Bash out at Lano Estacado. We're going to have
And you
Christmas
did the
on
book
Broadway.
festival. I saw that was another big one too that you've done.
We did Page and Pedal, and Blurb Bookshop really helped head that, and we did a lot of donations back to some of the schools and stuff, and that was super great. We love putting back into the community when we can, and that was a good chance to do that and keep libraries alive here in Lubbock. So we love that kind of stuff, yeah.
Great. Well, anything else you'd want to share before we head out for the day?
I just really hope that everybody remembers that you are the backbone of all these small businesses, and that every purchase does make a difference. And I know we all see the cheesiness in that, but I really think people, the more you go out in it and the more you see how excited people are about it, the easier it is to give back to that. So I encourage everybody, whether that's with Mo's or farmers markets, wherever you can get involved, to be involved and to support the people around you, because they want to support you too. And they're trying to create solutions to things to make your life better. So let them.
And Mo, real quickly, can you drop your social media handles and how people can find you?
Yeah, on Facebook, we're just Mo Productions and look for the light bulb. And then on Instagram, it's at Mo, M-O, Productions, LBK. So you can go follow us there. Always look for the light bulb because, I have an idea. So
That's awesome. Well, thanks so much for joining us here in studio today, Mo. It was great chatting with you. Mo's just the best, y'all. If y'all have a moment, head to her Facebook page to see what events she has coming up. We want to support her in any way we can. And of course, we'd love to see you on August 1st at First Friday Art Trail. Thanks so much for being here today, Mo.
thanks for having me, Molly.
Have a great day.